Okay, so I'm gonna look at the Valorant Reddit and go through all the questions that I see, and then if I can help them with answering these questions and see if I can give my own 2 cents and advice. Doesn't aim labs actually help? So that's the question. Does aim labs actually help? I'm actually wondering because I saw lots of videos and stories how it doesn't actually help or improve your aim. I'm shit myself and just want to know if it's actually going to help if I put time in it. Or is it going to just be a waste of time? Would be nice if you could share your experience with aim labs, how it helped you, how was your start and where you're at now. Maybe even share your routine and tips. So aim labs is good to use if you use it effectively. So personally, aim labs wasn't helpful for me until I actually learned how to aim train properly and how to aim in general. So you need to understand the fundamentals of aiming in the first place before you actually go to aim labs, which is why understanding like going into the aim community is really helpful, and why a lot of pro players get aim coaches and like specific aim coaches to help with their aim, because there's a lot of things to aim that you wouldn't know about if you just played the game. Of course you would have good aim in game, but you wouldn't have good aim in general per se. I would say look at a routine that's specifically for Valorant if you just want to play aim labs for Valorant. Routine like Voltaic Fundamentals Valorant is really good. But if you want to understand the fundamentals of aim and actually really improve your aim to the next level, and not just for Valorant, and not just like flick based or target switching based, going into the Voltaic community and kind of downloading that benchmark and kind of researching how to aim and like aiming techniques would help like a lot more than just doing aim labs without using your brain and without like actually knowing what you're improving. So all of this to say that aim labs is good. You just have to actually research how to improve your aim and like what aim techniques there are and aim fundamentals. You have to understand what that is and what to actually improve before you do aim labs. If you just do aim labs and you just go in to just do aim labs, it probably won't help you that much. You probably won't see much much progress. You'll definitely see some progress if you just do it though. Um, so I would recommend it to anybody, especially now since Valorant's been out for 4 years. So everybody's just mechanically better, and you're not gonna probably be able to put as much time into just playing the game and getting better like that. So aim training will fast track your way to having better aim and getting to that point where you can actually face these players who have been playing for so long. How many days off do you take from playing Valorant? I know I should be taking breaks from playing, especially right now that I'm having bad days. 1 win, 4 losses, 2 wins, 5 losses, 0 wins, 3 losses. The question is, how long should I take a break from playing the game? How long do you guys take a break from playing Valorant? So, I don't personally take days off from playing the game unless I'm literally too busy to play a game or I'm like scheduling myself to do something that day. But if I'm having a bad day, typically I will get off when I lose or when I'm too tilted to play. And if I want to take a break from the game, I'll typically take a break ranging from a full 24 hours to a week, depending on how much I feel. I would go back to the game only when I'm like, okay, I can play the game and actually have fun. You want to go to back to a game after a break when you know you can actually have fun in the game. You don't want to feel like it's a chore. You don't want to feel like it's bothering you just to play. That's my recommendation when taking breaks from games, if especially if it affects your psyche and affects your mental and it makes you a worse person. Like for example, I mean, when I used to play Fortnite when I was in like middle school or the start of high school, when I didn't have Fortnite, I was so you don't want games to affect your life in that kind of manner. And I would say, unless you're ready to go back to the game and have fun, you should just take a break off the game. Is 0.31 400 DPI too slow? How can I effectively adjust my mouse sensitivities when I find the current speed too slow for my gaming or productivity needs? What specific steps should I take within my operating system or gaming software to increase the sensitivity, and what factors should I consider, such as DPI settings, acceleration, and personal comfort levels? Additionally, are the recommended ranges for sensitivity that balance precision and speed, and how can I test the new settings to ensure they enhance my overall experience without compromising accuracy? What tools or resources are available for fine-tuning these settings to improve performance? I'm only Silver 3. Okay, first of all, this sensitivity is far too slow. If you want to accurately depict the sensitivity, all you have to do is multiply the sensitivity. So his sensitivity is 0.31 times the DPI, which is 400, and then you get the EDPI, which is the effective dots per inch. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not stupid and I'm not wrong. This comes out to 124 EDPI, which is incredibly slow. It's even slower than like Demon 1 Sense, which is 160 EDPI. I would probably recommend going higher. So the recommended range between pros is around like 240 to 280 EDPI typically. So if I were to start on a sensitivity, I would go to 0.17 1600 DPI, or I mean 0.175 1600 DPI, 0.35 800 DPI, or 0.7 400 DPI. That's like the very middle of the pack, middle of the road sensitivity to start with. If you want to adjust, go lower or higher, whichever one fits your needs. Are you / were you rank / RR / ELO conscious? How did you deal with it if you have overcome it already? I'm kind of having a Valorant existential crisis. I've been Heartstech Diamond for several acts, and now I want to rank up so bad. I think one of the factors stopping me from queuing is the RR I'm gonna lose. Like, the feeling of gaining RR, then losing it one snap is just a devastating feeling. I tend to also play on alt accounts when I feel like my main is getting bad MMR. What's y'all advice on it? Should I just don't care about my rank and just play, or is that too risky? So typically with this, with like fear of like competitive anxiety, I would say it's kind of something that it happens to a lot of people, especially when they're just starting to climb and like, oh my god, I'm about to hit a new peak, or oh, I've been here for a long time, like this person has just said. I would say for me, I kind of just put my confidence in the effort that I'm putting into improving every day. You know, I aim train every day because I find it fun, so I might aim train for a few hours. But, you know, if I'm actually just warming up, I may do it for only 30 minutes. I put confidence in that, so I'm like, okay, if I lose, I lose. And I try not to put as much pressure on myself to win every game. I know I have the ability to win every game, but sometimes your team just isn't good enough, and it's like you can't bring the other 4 players on your team to the level of the enemy team that they're at. You know, is sometimes it's just not possible to win. And being able to accept that is a really peaceful thing. It helps you just play the game. It'll let you not be as mad at your teammates. You'll just kind of accept the loss and then go next because you know you can win the next game. Of course, if it keeps happening over and over, it's kind of annoying. But just being able to accept that you're gonna lose games, and don't put too much pressure on like, oh, I have to win this game, oh, I have to win this round, oh, I have to do this, and that. Just try and think of the game as a game and not as like a life or death situation. And your RR is just a number. It's just pixels on the screen. Yes, you want to increase it, but if you just play enough, it'll increase, especially if you deserve it. Looking for free Valorant coaching as a Silver 3 player. I'm Silver 3, Peak Gold 1, looking for free coaching. I main Omen, Jet, and need some advice on my overall gameplay. I'd say my mechanics are not that bad, but my movement and aim game sense could use some improving. My aim is primarily to reach plat, but I'm consistently rising and falling from silver to gold. Can someone help me? So this is easy for me to say. I want to start getting into it. So if you do want some VOD review help and some coaching, just go down into the description, click my Discord, and then if you go and see a name called Dawn inside of the Discord list, you know, the user list, if you DM that person, which is me, and then, you know, asks about like whether I'm going to do it, what time I'm available, what time you're available, we can set that up and we can do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see some more like this, of more questions being asked that can be helpful to you, feel free to go to my Discord and to the questions tab, ask some questions. I'll make sure to put that into the next time I do this video. I really am planning to do this since I've seen a lot of other people do it on other games. I don't really see many players do it on Valorant per se.